This is me, and this is the start of what I'd like to call Project Nether Destruction. Between this video and the next, I plan to completely remove a 1000 by 1000 block perimeter using many different farms and complex machines to clear everything down to bedrock. In this video, I also came extremely close to dying in my hardcore world, so stay tuned to find out how. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the video. First of all, you'll notice that I don't have a bow. And actually, what happened to it is that I accidentally broke it while I was getting the bullseye advancement last episode, so I'm gonna quickly make a new one. And there we go. And now you're probably wondering, how exactly am I going to remove a 1000 by 1000 area? And now here's where a world eater comes in. You see, what a world eater is it's a giant machine with two stations that goes back and forth, duping TNT and also clearing out any lava in the way. Every time the machine goes back and forth, it lowers itself down a layer, and it keeps repeating this process until it gets all the way down to bedrock. There are multiple problems with this machine though. First of all, even with the best performance-enhancing mods, this machine is super laggy and insanely lowers my FPS. 2. This machine requires a ridiculous amount of materials. And 3, which is probably the worst of them all, render distance. You see, render distance is a feature in Minecraft that allows you to change how far you can see in your world. But these machines are gigantic. This machine that I just showed you is only a tenth of what I need to build in order to clear out this entire perimeter. And if you can't have the entire machine loaded all at the same time, then it is going to break. So for now, I'll fix issue 2 by collecting all the materials I need for this machine, and then I'll figure out these other issues later. The first of which happens to be slime. But thankfully, even though this requires the most amount out of any other material, it is pretty easy because I can just sit AFK for a couple hours in my slime farm. We have done it. Oh my. All 12 shulker boxes filled to the brim with nothing but slime blocks. And since these next materials required a lot of crafting, I decided to make a machine that would automate that for me. Alright, and now I'm pretty sure I have every single item that I'll need right in this shulker box and in my inventory, except for the glass. And since those two villagers have run out of stock, I think I'll just make glass the normal way by grabbing a bunch of sand and then smelt down all this sand to make glass. And I think because I'm going to probably use stone bricks for this, I'm going to use gray dye for the glass. And what I want to do is I actually want to make it downstairs in this area down here. Alright, and now that I've matched these up, I've just got to dig out a giant area. And now what I'll do is I'm going to build this entire machine so that I can automatically craft as many items as I want. And boom. As you can see, the entire machine has been built. And quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of make a wall here because this side of it is a bit ugly. Actually, you know what? I'm just about finished with the wall here. And honestly, I'm kind of sick of looking at stone bricks, so I'm going to change up the flooring a little bit. And now, finally, as you'll see, this entire machine has been finished. And now, without further ado, I'm going to gather every single material that I need to craft all of these pistons and observers. Okay, so I've gotten a load of wood, but the machine just blew up while I turned it off. And there we go. Everything is back to normal, and the machine works just fine. For cobblestone, what I'll do is I'm going to build a mini cobblestone farm that uses TNT duper, because there's no way I'm mining all that cobblestone. And here we go. Now I've got every single item that I'll need to build this farm. And you'll also notice that I'm using polished diorite. That's just because I got so bored of using stone bricks, because I think it gets very repetitive. And for this one, what I'll do is I'll mine out this quadrant and then build it there. You know, it's kind of scaring me how close this ceiling is going to be to the surface, because I was just clearing out this little pocket of water here, and it led to this little cave, which is right next to all of these villagers. Okay, so I finished building the farm, and yet it's not working. And I ended up rotating the entire TNT duper, but the reason it wasn't working in the first place was because I missed a trapdoor. And also, now that I've got loads and loads of cobblestone, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see how many pistons we can craft. I've also just realized I forgot something pretty crucial in the machine. I forgot to actually put the hopper minecarts, like, underneath the chest. Like, as you'll see, currently there's no way for the hoppers to pick the items up. I need to put hopper minecarts in those spots, though. And there we go. And the way that this machine is set up, we basically have to fill up every double chest as if this were the actual crafting recipe. To be honest, it doesn't really matter what order we have it in, as long as we have those amounts. But after realizing that I don't have enough redstone to fill that entire chest, I decided to AFK for a bit longer at the raid farm. And now I've got quite a lot of crafting ahead of me. However, after crafting a load of items, I heard something in the background that I had been waiting for a very long time. Hold on a second, wait! I just heard thunder, wait, hold on a second, I need to get out of here. Hold on. But after that, the thunderstorm just ended. And after a bunch of crafting, we have got a lot of pistons. However, I need to craft more because I also need sticky pistons. And then, as if Minecraft was making fun of me for failing my last challenge, a thunderstorm happened again. And I haven't yet fully explained how the machine works, but basically, the machine will evenly distribute all the items to me, and then I'll craft the items, and when my inventory gets too full, I'll throw them out, and then it will get put into a hopper where I can collect all the crafted items. And now, as you'll notice, I have every single piston and sticky piston crafted, and the last thing that we need is observers. And so just like that, we can check off multiple different items off of our list. Now, to craft observers, there are 3 materials that you need. Cobblestone, which I can get a lot of easily. Redstone, which I can also get pretty easily. But quartz is not very easy to get. And so what I decided to do was I made a piglin bartering station. And now, as you'll see, I've gotten all the materials that I'll need to build this farm. And I'm also going to need a bunch extra because I'm going to need to make a giant sorting system for all the items that we're going to get. So I found a random spot near my gold farm and mined out a 16 by 16 area. I then broke a block of bedrock for easy access to the nether roof. And now I've built up to about Y247. And now I just have to wait until we get enough piglins in that little containment cell down below. When a piglin runs below the dispenser, it will automatically be given a carved pumpkin on its head so it won't despawn, and the zombified piglins will guide it to run into the hole where they can be bartered with. And once I got a load of piglins, I decided to start work on the item sorter, which would be on the overworld side. However, before I did that, I wanted to quickly remove some of the blocks around the piglins and change them up to be more appealing blocks, such as blackstone. But boy, was I not expecting what would happen next. Oh no, I just messed up. I let them all out. Oh shoot. Oh, how am I gonna get them back in? Hold on, I've turned my game sounds down. I cannot deal with all these piglin noises. Oh my gosh. I don't want them to shoot each other. Break this. And I tried to make it easier for the piglins to be able to pathfind to me, but that was my biggest mistake. Oh gosh, I can't. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I thought I was dead. I thought I was dead. Oh my gosh! And even though I nearly just died and lost my hardcore world, we still have to continue on with the storage system. Alright, and now as you'll see, I've finally finished with the storage system, and I've made a slot for every single item. I made it enough for three item sorters for each item, so that there's enough speed in these item sorters to actually pick up every item. And as you can see, pretty much all of these are just empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a bunch of my gold in order to get the items that I'll need for all of these items. And there we go. Now every item has been collected, and now we can actually put these into the sorting system. Now what we need to do is we need to replace these blocks in the track. Instead of having them as regular blocks, we need them to be blue ice. If I can actually get on top, alright. And after some more minor adjustments, such as changing the minecart unloader 3 times, and also, you know, going back in time to build another item sorter. Totally not because I forgot to add it while editing the last part of the video. Nothing like that. And now I bartered the rest of my gold, and now it's time to see if it even worked. So I AFK'd at the gold farm for longer, then bartered that gold to more piglins so I could do more AFKing, so I could do more bartering, then more AFKing, more bartering, more AFKing, more bartering, and then finally I had enough quartz. You thought? I still need a shulker box more. And despite redstone being a lot easier to get than quartz, I still had almost none of it, so I would need to get a shulker box full of it. And so I AFK'd at the raid farm for a little bit, but after that I realized that trading with villagers is actually faster for getting redstone. And well, after about 3 hours, I finally got enough for a full shulker box of redstone blocks. I need 1.5 more. And finally, after what feels like it took literal years, we have got every single redstone block that we'll need, and now it's time to craft those observers. And finally, after all of that work, we have got every single stupid observer crafted, leaving us with only a few more random items to collect. One of those items happens to be honey blocks, which I don't currently have a farm for, so I'll need to build one now. However, bees are really slow, and I wasn't satisfied with how fast the farm was, so I decided to more than triple the size of it. And while the honey farms were working in the background, I also collected some random materials that I would need for the World Eater. Yes, at this point I was so broke that I had to use diamond blocks for a beacon. For reference, I needed so many anvils that I literally had to mine up every single iron beacon that I could find. Oh yes, I've been AFK for many hours and we've got a lot of honey. And while I expand this honey farm, can I ask something of you guys? This video took literally forever to make, so please subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it helps me out so much. Plus, if you don't, I'll use the power of editing to end this video right now. Oh my goodness. And there we go. Now we've got every single bit of honey, and it took literal ages. Now, obviously, we are going to be building the world eater, but we also need to clear out a giant area using TNT tunnel bores. Basically, what old me is trying to say is I need to clear out about 20 blocks of space so that I can actually fit the entire world eater in the Nether. The way I was going to do that was by building this, a TNT tunnel bore that dupes 2 TNT at once. However, to fit that machine, I would have to build a smaller version of it. So basically, I have to build a machine to build that machine, but bigger to build many more machines. And after quickly gathering every resource that I need, I got right to work on building this machine. While the machine worked, I missed one slime block in the entire schematic, which made it so that the machine just didn't stop. And when I tried to stop it, it blew itself up. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. I'll just fix it. Alright. Please, please, please tell me this works. Well, it destroyed itself again. At this point, I was really thinking about giving up, but I decided to rebuild it one more time and see if it would work. Alright, I've actually decided to check that it's working this time, and honestly, if it doesn't work, I honestly don't know what to say. Please just work. Oh my gosh, yes! And I apologize, but I'm gonna have to put this video into a 2-part series. There's just no realistic way that I could get this all done in one video. And while you probably think that this is a lot of destruction that I've created, but you better be ready, because the next video is going to be crazy.